here's a little fixer-upper that I've just picked up. What is it? It's Coventry Eagle, town bike, obviously, as you can see, but it's got 5-speed. Let's go a bit closer actually. It has Shimano Tourney downtube shifters, double, so we've got 10-speed. We have Shimano Tourney caliper brakes. Pads are in good condition. The alloy will clean up nicely. It has these mud guards on, which actually look in quite good condition. On the rear we've got a Shimano RS derailleur. It's 5 speeds, just friction, so it's not indexed or anything. It looks like it will clean up. Oh, there we go, I've just rubbed that rust off already. That'll clean up alright. Got a replacement chain to go on because this one is too far gone, too rusted. Hopefully the Freewheel will be alright, but we'll see about that. For the shifting up front, we've got another friction shifter, another Shimano piece. It's a Shimano FE derailleur, and it looks in good condition, it moves freely, so yeah, quick clean, that'll be good. As for the crankset, we've got a Ringo SR custom crankset. It's got, is that alloy? Yeah, it's all alloy. Double chain rings for road, and yeah, that'll clean up nicely as well. The bit of rusting on the chainring bolts, but nothing to worry about, we'll clean that up. Now the pedals are gone, they are not going to clean up. These pedals are far too rusty for me to really do anything with, so I think I'll just keep them as spares. Use the axles maybe if they're good enough. But yeah, those cages are gone, they're too rusty, so I'll have to find some replacement pedals for them. Rims and tyres. Well, the tubes inflate and they've been holding there for a few weeks, so that is good. Tyres, they are all deteriorated, they are cracked, so they're going to need replacing, unless someone really likes the style and wants to wear them, but they'll probably pop, so they'll change them. Rims, yeah, rims are no good. You can see all that chrome is gone. Not going to be able to use them at all, so I'm going to have to find some replacement wheels, or at least rims, which is a bit of a shame really, because it's got a nice, I think it's a Peltier hub on the front, which looks like it will clean up. As for the seat, it's got this sprung Midland saddle on, which is actually in good condition, but it's not really suitable for the road style that I'm going to go to. Now the main problem with this bike, apart from obviously the rusty pedals and the rusty rims, is the stem and the handlebars, and the brake levers actually. They're town style at the moment, as you can see, but what I'm going to do is, because they're so bad, they're so rusty, I have some road bars, some alloy road bars and an alloy stem, so I'm going to stick those on, convert it to drop bars. I've got some Shimano levers, brake levers that will match the group set, so I'm going to stick those on as well, and basically just going to convert it into a road bike. I think it's like a 21-inch frame, 22-inch frame, so it should work, we're going to see. But first job anyway, is to strip it all down and get going. So that is the frame stripped down. You can see how dirty it is now. Deep red paint. I'm going to be just cleaning this up now, and then I will take out the bottom bracket, service that, take out the headset, service that, and then start to reassemble. I'm not going to bother replacing these transfers here, it's not really worth it. Well, we'll see. I'm going to see how much it costs actually. But the paint looks in good nick. Head badge is okay. Headset's okay. Yep, just going to clean it up, and then we'll start reassembling. And this is after a good clean. So I've just after stripped the bike down, and then T-cutted it, cleaned it with a bunch of T-cut, and it's come up really well. The transfers are obviously quite deteriorated. Spots around the bottom bracket there, and then we come back up. It really is a nice finish on it still. Really shiny. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. The worst is always going to be around the bottom bracket, because that's where most of the dirt collects. So the chain stays look really nice. Seat stays. Polished up beautifully around there. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but you get what I mean. So I'm just going to service the headset and bottom bracket now, and then start sort of rebuilding it. I mean, maybe this is just personal preference for me, but I really like these shiny tange, however you pronounce it, bottom brackets. Just really shiny, but this one does need service. It's very stiff, so just get a C-spanner and undo it. And I am genuinely not sure how to take this out. So I'm just going to take this lock ring off. What tools have I got? Maybe I could use a pin spanner somehow. Let me just check my tools, hang on. So where did we leave off? Right, we've got crankset on, spinning nice and smooth, nice and free. Got derailleur on, Get radiator on, get brakes on. Just put this seat up. Ooh, that's dark. Just put this seat on for now. Obviously all the fronts assembled, and just put the wheels on. So we're on the home stretch now. I have just got to actually try and clean up these wheels because they are, well, let's see if I can focus. They're a bit of a mess, but it's the only ones I've got in the garage to use. So I've got to clean those up and then just see if this Freewheel looks quite good. Just service the wheels then, and then we can get on to fitting the cables. So the old pedals were, well, a bit trashed. I might be able to save the axles, but the cages are gone. So I'm just breathing some life into these pedals, KKT RT SF. They got a bit of corrosion on the barrel, but the cages are pretty good. Just cleaning them up and putting some new grease and bearings in there. That Freewheel was dirty. Dirty. It's really good teeth. The teeth are really good on it. It is a, oh god, I'm going to say this wrong, Pellissier hub and Freewheel to match, because it uses a big old Freewheel tool like this. That's one I had to buy extra because it's specific to this. Yeah, the Freewheel was pretty dirty to start with, so I've cleaned it all up, cleaned all the hub bearings up, and just used the method that I think I saw on RJ's channel, just flushing out the insides with some WD-40, which makes it a really noisy Freewheel because it cleans out all the old grease, and then just putting in some Phil Woods tenacious oil, and that lubes it back up again. You can literally just like put it down the side here. I've done it from the back because I took it off. You can squeeze some down there, spin it, and it will all go inside. So that spins nicely now. Okay, we are on the home stretch finally. Problems with the pedal solved. These pedals have been serviced, stripped down and greased them. I did have a problem getting it into this crank arm, so I actually bought a couple of taps, a couple of taps, and cleaned out the holes and they've gone in absolutely fine. So they're on, that's nice. And then if we have a look down, you can see that the chrome is now nice and shiny. It's probably not going to focus on it while it's moving. But yeah, the chrome is nice and shiny. Let's slap it. There we go. I've spent ages cleaning up this chrome. Yeah, it's still got the pitting on it. It's an old rim, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was before. What I used was some auto cell polish and some wire wool, because it was actually quite, well, you can see that it's pitted. There you go, that's probably the best part there. But that's all ready to rock and roll now. The matching tyres on, they're a little worn, but they're matching at least. So now all that's left to do is put the brake cables on and wrap the bars. Speaking of bars, how do you have yours? I've positioned them at the moment so that the bottom flat of the drops is level with the top tube. On my current road bike that I use day to day, like a 90s, I've got it so that the top here is flat and the brake lever is in line with it, so when I put my hand on, it is nice and comfortable, because I don't really ride in the drop, so the drop, then this part ends up being angled. That's how I like my bikes, but I know the general consensus on a vintage bike is to have this part flat with the top tube, and the brake lever is somewhat level, positioned somewhat level with that. So it's a nice line when it's all plumbed in. That's what I've heard anyway. So that's what I've gone with on this. I've got some black tape to wrap it, but I just need to put all the cables on first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, there we go, all done. Last little detail was just to put this little cable tie on here, just to tidy the cables away, so they keep in the same position. I think that's an important detail. But about this bar tape, this is actually the first time So it's actually the first time I've used this bar tape. It's some old, like new old stock, what's it called? Elan? Newman Elan tape. If you can see that, yeah, cool. And it's not sticky, it's not self-adhesive, and it's more of a, I don't know, vinyl. It's the stuff that the bike would have come with. So I've done that from the top down rather than the bottom up. Because apparently that's how you're meant to do it. The new stuff, you go from the bottom up, old stuff top down, apparently. But I've just started it with this electric tape at the top, and then just gone down. Again, I know someone's going to point it out, the gap around the brake levers I'm not happy about. I need to find a way around that. I didn't have enough tape to cut a section and somehow attach it. So I think the only other option is to actually wrap the bars first in this stuff, which is actually really nice, and then put the brake levers on after, over the top, which would have to be done very carefully so it doesn't scratch it. But yeah, I quite like that. I like it. It's kind of a black metallic colour. Don't know if you can actually see that on there. You can kind of see it. But yeah, I think it looks good. So let's have a look around the bike. Okay, so that's that. Let's get an outro in before the battery dies. It's flashing red at me again. So there we go. Coventry Eagle, town bike, rusty handlebars, etc, etc, converted to a drop bar road bike, and I think it looks 100% better. So much better. Most of the parts were clean already. I've just degreased them all. I've actually just given the aluminium parts, the alloy parts, just a little polish up before we shot this video. Everything's nice and clean and shiny now. New cables, new handlebar tape. Yeah, the tyres are old, but they're matching. They've got a bit of life left in them, but it looks so much better now. It's a slightly big for me, I guess, this bike, but you know, I'm going to sell it on. It hasn't cost me too much to do because I've had all the parts to spare, so some lucky person is going to get this bike now. Be suitable for a Royker. What we got? We got 10 gears, suitable for a Royker, 1980. Yeah, cool. So yeah, hope you like this little video. What's up next? Mountain bike up next, maybe? I think so. Yeah, hope you like this little video. I've enjoyed building this. It's been like a nice little project to do, even if I've had like a couple of issues with the pedals and that. It's been nice to do, nice to clean up. I've really liked the transformation on it, and I hope you do too. If you've got any suggestions of what you want to see next, then leave them down below. And thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.